Good morning, and welcome to Town Hall, Eduardo, and everybody else.
Good morning, everybody. Good evening for all you guys all over the world. Today, another Friday, right? So we
Can you
have
believe it?
great news. We have some news that
Little
is not
sad news.
It's a little sad, but it's opportunity news. You know,
Yes,
it's all about opportunity. And we are happy to have you guys here. We are just changing a little bit, you know.
Changing the format a little bit, kind of giving it that personal hello out there, hello out there, hello over there, right?
And we want to invite you guys to subscribe on our channel. I know that lots of you guys is watching us every Friday, but if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe. Click on this button, subscribe right now.
But why should I subscribe?
Because we have weekly, lives, and also we also have videos that update you about cruise line opportunities. If you want to work on a ship, if you want to know everything that's going on, so it's worth. And also it's for free. It's free.
I like free.
Actually, it's not for free.
Really?
Because your time is very valuable. So
it doesn't cost me anything, right?
It costs your
time, right?
Yeah, it costs your time watching. So
I agree.
This is something really true.
It costs my time.
It costs their time
and your
too.
time
and their time
and
too.
Their time too.
Yeah, so we all
and
paying.
nighttime.
We all paying here.
Yes.
So guys, thank you to have you here. So don't forget, click on this like button as well. As you click on the like button, the YouTube understand that you like this content. And of course, the content is going to be shared with more people
about cruising. And you know what? I have to start off the show with something. I made a mistake.
Make a mistake? Oh, you always do that.
Okay, so I normally made a mistake. But in our town hall, right, the thumbnail says 1,500 people. It's not 1,500.
What?
It's a lot more.
Why?
Well, I went and looked at the requisitions yesterday, right? And we of course, we put it out a couple days ago, the town
because
hall.
we just got
It's higher. Yes, we have more people. And that makes me sad because I don't want anybody to think we lied to them, but it's more than 1,500.
It's almost 3,000 people. If you combine it all together,
it's crazy.
It's almost 3,000.
It's crazy.
Can you imagine you have 3,000 people following you? I want my job. I want my job.
Well, we do have that most every day. Like, when's my employment letter coming? And they're coming, and people are leaving. I mean, big numbers are leaving from Asia, mostly from Asia.
Let's see who is here with us.
Right. In our chat, I see that OTC is here. OTC Jaya, OTC Jenyar. Hello, CTI from Mr. Fernandez, Sylvia D. Fernandez.
Wait, Mr. what?
Fernandez.
Fernandez.
I see them in the chat. You don't see them? I see Singaraja is in the house. Who else you got?
Yeah, I have to open my YouTube channel here. I have to.
Oh, okay.
And at the same time, I have to be careful. Otherwise, it's going to have like a affection on the audio. So let me open this here carefully.
Okay, I'm looking at some here. Let's see. If you're in there, say hello. Say where you're from. Let us know what's happening. Guess what? We have.
I just opened here.
Yeah.
Everybody here from OTC, from all branches. So a big shout out to OTC. We have some pictures to show you guys later on about OTC. Has a huge graduation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's really nice. You know, every 6 months they graduate people. They send people to work on other countries.
Oh, that's right. That's right. They do an internship, right?
Yes. And also some people, they still working locally in hotels, resorts, but they're everywhere. Who else? Look, we have a lot of comments here already.
Hello, Mr. Edu and Mr. Bob.
Who is saying that?
Maya is saying that, right?
Maya, her name is not strange.
Hello from CTI Brazil. Hello, CTI Brazil.
Hello, CTI Brazil.
Good to see you guys there. And who else? Don't forget to say hello, right? We always like to talk to people, see what's going on. Anyway, go ahead, sorry.
And also, guys, we are try to change here, create a format more like a podcast. We want to interact, discuss subjects here. If you guys have a deeply question or something that you would like us to discuss, or maybe you want to send a shout out to someone that you know.
Somebody's birthday.
Yeah. And later on, we're going to have opportunity to receive pictures through the week. Like you and your family, you and your friends, and we're going to show that picture right here on the screen.
Right. So that's why we got the big screen up there now.
So
the big 4K, what is that, 95 inch? I'm not sure what it is, but it's a big one.
Yes.
Takes up the whole conference room.
So
I see a question. First question. Hello, I would like to apply. How do I do it?
Oh, you have to go to our website,
There you
right?
go.
So it's crazy when you keep talking same thing,
But
because
some-
every
it may
time
be new.
someone new,
It may
yeah,
be
of
new, yeah.
course,
Yeah.
every time we have someone new, go to our website, cti-usa.com. When you go to the CTI website, you have different pages that you can educate yourself to. We have different positions, and of course, every time when you think about to apply for a job, guys, we always recommend you to read the job descriptions, because even if you say, "Oh, I want to work as a waiter, I want to work as a bartender," but for that job that you're going to work as a waiter, the job responsibilities might be a little different than the other one that you're working. You have a different environment with more people or
Depends
less
on
people.
the cruise line, right?
Depend the product. So, and mostly more people, they already work on the lane, and some of them, they never work on board. So there is a huge difference between working on the lane and on
Of
board.
course, of
in
course.
terms of working hours, teamwork, team effort, everything is different, right?
Oh.
Protocols about safety. So once you go to apply, don't apply before you read the job description. It's really important, because once you read the job description, all your answers for those questions that people is going to ask is towards to cover the gap on the job
course.
description.
Do you know there's 550 job descriptions in our website?
But how that possible if we have 300,000 jobs?
No, because one job description can
300,000.
have many people, right?
I know.
Right.
I just say 300,000.
Oh, 300,000. Are you awake? Hello.
3,000 jobs. right?
3,000.
I just put 2 zeros more.
Okay.
Guys, it's good to have you guys here. So
Yes.
click on this button, stay with us. We are going to bring more people here. We want to bring students from the schools that we work with. We want to bring you here that is watching us for a while.
We have a beautiful young lady who's going to
But-
join us from
yeah.
Virgin.
But initially, we are going to start to share pictures, right?
Right.
Pictures like you working. We can send a shout out. You can. We're gonna do a couple of things different here. Today, we're just gonna kind of show you guys what we are trying to do initially. But going forward, we're gonna bring you guys live. We're also gonna share pictures between you and your family and your work and everything you do, so we can be able to share here. And you guys say, "Hey, let's watch the live." So let's
See my picture there.
My picture is gonna show up there. Of course, we're gonna, as you sent to us, we're not gonna tell which picture is going to be selected to present on that week.
yes,
You have to
yes.
be here to watch.
Right, there you go.
Anytime your picture can pop up here.
That's it.
That's it. So we have headline news and all those things.
We've got all this stuff. There's a
We
lot
still
going
have
on.
those things.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, that's
People
fine.
want to be in the know, right? All right, so just what's going on in headline news. First of all, again, I do apologize. It's a lot more than 1,500. So anybody out there listening, we're going to go through some of those positions. They're available. Some of those urgent positions. And it seems that most cruise lines who contact us say, "Oh my God, I urgently need this." And it's not only the cruise lines we represent, but many of the other cruise lines. So, a lot of people are still a little bit afraid of the virus, although the Omicron virus is now on the downside. It's decreasing in numbers. Everybody, or maybe everybody's gotten used to it, but I don't know if we'll ever get used to it. But there's not as many infections as before. And a lot of the crew are quarantining on other ships, and so it's starting to get back in control. I know that the UK has lifted a lot of restrictions now.
Yeah,
That's
but
a great thing.
what's the headline news for today?
Well, that's part of the headline news.
I didn't see the running video.
Oh no, we're talking about it first, and then we'll run it.
Oh,
Okay,
that's how you
okay.
run
Let's have Harold. Harold, give us the special headline news. The big news today, as actually just a couple days ago, is Crystal Cruises.
What happened with
Crystal
Crystal
Cruises will
Cruises?
cease operation, although they're not officially saying they're closing, but they're going to move their next sailings to April. But they are owned by a company called Genting, and Genting is in Malaysia. And Genting is their background is casinos, large casinos throughout Asia. Anyway, they own Crystal, they own Star Cruises, and they own actually one more cruise line, and I'll find what that is in a minute. I think I have it here on my list. Yeah. Well, it is here on my list, but I'll have to find. Oh, Dream Cruises. Dream Cruises selling out of Asia, and they've had a really tough time. So they announced that they're going to cease operations. Now, they're not saying they're closing. They're just saying they're ceasing operations until April. But they also said that by the end of the month, they're out of money. And when you're out of money, you can't continue to operate. So they haven't officially said that they're going to close down, right? We're hoping they're going to restructure because Crystal Cruises has been around for many, many years. A lot of great people there. Actually, we know some people who are working there. And, of course, we're wishing everybody everything, right? Wishing them the best of luck.
Very sad.
Look at the ship itself, right? This is one of their ship. It's the Crystal Symphony. There was the Crystal Harmony, and they just built some new ships that travel around the Antarctica. Amazing, amazing, beautiful ships. So we wish everybody out there who works for Crystal Cruises, we wish them the best. That's kind of some sad news because it's like, I don't want to say losing a friend, but it's like a friend moving away and you won't see them. Right. Let's hope that they make it, and let's send our prayers out to Crystal Cruises and especially everybody who works on board.
Well, it's sad because after the entire war, they're just gonna die in the end.
At the end, right? But you can only last so long, right? I mean, even though we think the pandemic is okay, right? Next thing you know, here it comes again, and here comes a new variant, and here comes another new variant.
Yeah, but it's not like as before, right? So.
Oh no, definitely not. But also the issue is, that the pandemic comes and goes. Here comes a new variant. Mm-hmm. The ships get up and running. Then they cancel a few cruises because they have to adjust. So when a cruise line has to cancel, I mean, that's a truly multi-million-dollar, billion-dollar vessel that you stop and you cancel cruises, which means passengers who have booked cruises, you've lost revenue. Now you've got to restructure everything. So it's not easy. It's not easy. It's still a bit of an uphill fight.
Right, interesting. Yeah, interesting.
It is, and it's we're going to go through this for a while because globally, we're going to have this issue. One of the great new things to announce, whenever there is, let's say, tragedy, there's always something else going on that is very positive, is that NCL has announced yet another brand new ship, right? And this one's called the Viva.
Okay.
Yeah, have a look at this. I like this ship. This is going to be really cool.
Introducing the all-new Norwegian Viva. Our next stunning ship in a brand new class designed for you to live life to the fullest. Stay connected to the sea with experiences that bring you closer to the horizon. Stretch out, way out, in our most spacious accommodations to date. And look forward to first-rate service, so you can live it up every second. Live it up. Norwegian Viva, sailing 2023.
You know what? The Norwegian Viva. And I like the slogan, live it up.
You know what Viva means?
I know Viva Las Vegas.
No, but you know what
Elvis
Viva
Presley,
means?
you know Elvis Presley?
Viva means alive.
Yes.
Yeah, in Portuguese.
In Portuguese?
Yes.
It means the
Viva.
same in English.
No.
Of course it does.
I never heard someone say Viva. I'm Viva.
This is long before you were born. This is
Maybe
like
before
maybe
before
if
I was
Judy
born.
and my
Maybe before I
aunt
was-
and, there was a very famous show called Viva Las Vegas, and it was Elvis Presley.
Maybe before I was alive.
Yes, exactly.
Americans would speak Portuguese because Viva is like a
I think it's Italian, right?
maybe. Yeah, it's a Latin. Yeah, it could be, but I never heard someone
Well,
say.
they've chosen the slogan:
Yeah.
"Viva alive, Viva eating, Viva dancing, Viva." In other words,
you know
let's be
something
alive.
that is very common now.
What?
People when they are singing, they try to during the lyrics they trying to speak English in another language through the same sentence. Like they are doing a lot in
Spanish.
in Spanish,
Right.
but they also can do in other languages as well.
I never hear any Portuguese in English.
Do
you hear a lot? Yeah.
No, of course. Brazilians they do that and use English on top.
So you're copying our language.
Yeah, maybe I'm copying for British, right? Not from you exactly.
Okay. We put an ad out earlier on our YouTube page that urgent needed positions, and we did get a call from the Apollo Group, and they said if you have them sitting, I will take every single one of them. And here's the reason this is happening, right? around the world, certain countries take longer to get visas than others. Right. For example, now I believe in the Philippines, it's 2 to 3 months to get a visa because there's a big backlog. India is the same. Indonesia has less restrictions on getting visas at the moment. So as we go along, we're going to find, that wherever we can get the visa and move the people. And now for those who are in Indonesia, here's a great opportunity. If you want to go before April and you've got your documents, through the whole show, we have been preaching, get your documents,
and
right?
And it's amazing because let's put it this way. Virgin came in. Our Virgin is the star. Virgin is the, let's put this with #1 company that people want to work because of good perks, good salary, good environment, and so on. But don't forget that Regent Seven Seas, Oceania, they are amazing cruise lines.
Oh,
and
5-star plus.
Yeah, it's a different type of employees that's going to work there. But in terms of experience, growth, you are going to develop yourself in a certain way that you might never see that happen in other cruise lines, because they are going to push you enough so you can see yourself growing and say, oh my God, look on the environment that I'm working, look the type of people that I'm around. It's everything. It's so great that people don't realize that, because they don't advertise much about, I'm looking for crew. And we work with all of them. We work with Virgin, and we also work with Regent and Oceania. So because people want to go to Virgin because Virgin is advertising a lot about it, come here. But don't forget, working for Regent and Ocean, it's a huge opportunity.
But again, if you're the type of person that is going to work for Regent Seven Seas or Oceania, you're not the type of person who's going to work for Virgin. Right, because you're different,
depends.
right?
It depends. Well, it depends the location, right? Because Virgin also they have a restaurants that is very classic, the same ones you're gonna find in Oceania.
But I think the whole attitude, the whole environment is different on Regent, which is cool, modern, hip. That rock star, as they have coined, and then you've got, Regent, Oceania, who's nowhere near that, right? It's a different class and sophistication.
People who has a good personality, they have also the capability to shift themselves in a mode like, okay, I'm great, I can be classic here and I can be rock star here. A person who does have a good personality,
that's
can
possible.
do that.
That's possible. I agree.
Yeah,
that's possible.
But you might never see someone that works for Regent and they are so introverted. They go to Virgin and then maybe show up with personality. But people work for Virgin, they can go there and be classic.
Right.
But what I'm saying here is working for companies like Regent and Oceania, it can raise your career to another level.
Of course.
Sure.
And they've got new ships coming as well. So the time to get into the industry, if you're not already in the industry, is pretty much now, right? Because in the next couple months, you will see, again, cruises coming back, which they're already sailing.
How many opportunities do we have?
Well, this is, again, where I have to apologize to the people. I put 600 yesterday.
But only for this cruise line alone?
Just 600 right now, just for this.
Which position they're kind of looking for
from culinary to galley utilities to housekeeping, front office, food and beverage, all of them. And actually, we put together a video for that.
And by the way, the requirement, you don't have exactly to work on a ship previously. Like you can have a 5-star hotel experience or even 60-star,
right,
or plus whatever. But you have to have experience working in a resort and a hotel, at least 2 years in a good environment. So you guys can see a little bit the furniture, you can see a little bit the balcony, just so you understand the type of level that you guys are going to encounter. If you have a 2 years experience plus, so you can definitely apply.
But if you look at this, it says Regent Seven Seas, an unrivaled experience. What that means to the guests is that you will never experience this on any other cruise line. You're going to get the best service, you're going to get the best food. So you have to be around that environment to you can't be working at a local, they call warung, right, which would mean just a little restaurant, and then jump into something like this, right?
Yeah, that's why they talk about 5-star, right? So
right,
5-star hotel. And as we also going to open opportunity for utilities, utilities, housekeeping, of course, those people, if you have a really good communication is the #1, guys.
Everything.
Understand?
Everything.
One thing is I speak English. The other thing is I do have a good communication. It's like other level. And if you can communicate, you can express yourself properly. You might work for a 5-star for 2 years, and it might not be a Hyatt or for a season, and you can get your chance working here. But it have to be a 5-star because the type of chemicals that you guys using to clean and
Absolutely.
sanitize
Yeah.
everything, it have to be exactly kind of the same that you're going to use here. You cannot use some like garbage materials just to, okay, let me clean this up, let me cover this. Because once you go work in a 5-star cruise line, the type of things that you're going to use is the best. So they expect you have experience on the best.
So how do I go to CTI's website and show my experience? How do I do that? Because a resume is not going to, it may show my experience, but it's not going to show my personality, right?
Yeah, so once we talk about going to the CTI website, first you have to have a resume, right? So a
good resume.
is your birth certificate. You know, spend time putting a resume together. Don't only write down the year that you start to work and the year that you just end your job experience, but also be able to describe your job responsibilities, things that you have accomplished, as we had just mentioned here previously. Things change time to time, you know, as you work in a certain cruise line, it's going to be different here. So as I see your job responsibility, I say, I see that you already did this before. So if you did this before, you can do that for me as well. It's not going to be like this, but it can be like this. So those things also can help the candidate understand which company they are going for. So
But I can do a video there, right?
No, yeah, but
to show my
but as I mentioned, before you do the video, you have a good resume and you also read the job description. Once you go to the
Right.
CTI website, we have as 500, 600 resumes.
Right.
So you're going to pick your job that you apply for. You are going to read the resume. Why? A waiter working for Carnival, now everybody's called server.
Well, it's not the resume. You read the job description.
Yeah, the job description.
Yeah.
So, but you have to read your resume and understand your resume match
Matches
what
the
you're
job
looking for.
description, right.
So, a server work for Carnival is not a server work for Region. It's not a server working for Oceania. It's not a
Right.
server working for Cunard and so on. So, as you know the difference, the job description is going to tell you that's exactly what I'm looking for.
But you know, this is also our recruiters can help out there. If you're quite unsure, you're not unsure. Well, where would I fit? Our recruiters know the companies very well, and they can say,
Yeah,
well,
no.
you know, you may be applying for Virgin, but actually, you might fit better here or here, right?
Yeah, but once you are going to for an interview, you have to have something in your mind. You cannot just open your mouth and then blow your experience there and like with no target.
Right.
You have to present yourself in a certain way. Listen, I'm looking for this job. I already searched about this company, so I know that I'm a fit for this company, for the culture, for the work environment, and everything else. That you're gonna have understanding once you read the resume or once you read the job description.
Right.
Because with the job description, I'm going to give you the right answers towards the job description.
Right.
Oh, I know that you guys need someone who's going to do this and this. I'm willing to do this. So now my answers start to find spots on the hiring manager. And the guy says, okay, you are interesting. Why? Because you did your homework. But if you go and you apply and you start to talk about things that does not make any sense to my job description, I say, okay, thank you. But I
No,
cannot move
you
your
are
application
so
forward.
correct, right? Read the job description
Right.
before you apply for a certain cruise line for a certain position.
I can assure you, 70 to 80% of the people who applies for a job, they don't read the job description. They believe, I already worked at this position before, I don't read. And the job description change from place to place. Job description is just a way to each company have to personalize the job. For example, I'm different than this company. Companies want to be unique. Companies they don't want to be the same. Like they don't want to look the same. They don't want to smell the same. With the job description, say, on my company, that's what you're gonna do.
How does a company smell?
Well, it smell like an environment, working environment. The way you taste, the way you smell. Like this is a words to explain.
Okay, interesting.
How companies want to be unique. You know.
Right, right. Well,
And-
we have a video showing what we're looking for. You got
Oh,
that
yeah.
with us, Harold? right, there you go. You know, we're also looking for culinary for region.
The culinary all look the same. Oh, look all the time. It's
Culinary,
culinary is still the same. We all the time we look for
every
culinary.
single cruise line is looking for culinary, right? And so, but different levels of culinary, right? If I work at McDonald's, am I culinary?
Yeah, you could be.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's part of the food, right?
Right. But yeah, I could work outside doing hamburgers and hot
Yes,
dogs, right?
of course,
That's
of
still the
course.
culinary department. It may be a junior cook or
Right.
an entry level cook.
Yeah.
But if I'm working, let's say, for one of the main dining rooms or one of the specialty restaurants, I must have a lot more knowledge, right?
Of course, of course. Yeah, so as we are just explaining here about the job description, that helps you a lot. And most people, they don't read job description. And this is even good for, like, for example, for the students right now, they are just starting their career. Have this in your mind. If someone says, I'm going to present you to a new company, so you work, oh, can you give me the job description? Don't go to any interview without read the job description, the position that you apply for, because otherwise you might say things that is not what they're looking for. Or maybe you are missing to say things that could help you to get approved. Right. Maybe they look for a certain personality, and you are here on the interview, you kind of put yourself into a certain box because you don't want to show yourself too much. But actually, they're looking for someone completely opposite. Like they want someone more extroverted, like someone who talks more, someone outgoing, a great personality, and you're trying to be so classic.
You know what you can do? I mean, if you go to our website, and by the way, we're having a new website come out in the next couple of weeks, so we're working on that at the moment. But go to our current website and you type in, for example, type in sous chef. If you type in sous chef below all the companies that are looking for sous chefs, and there's different companies looking for sous chefs, right? So go there, look for sous chefs, and you will see the job description of each. For example, what is Virgin looking for in a sous chef, right? What is Regency looking for in a sous chef? What does Carnival look for in a sous chef? So again, as Eduardo said earlier, take the time to read those job descriptions, right, and find out which fits you best.
Great.
Yep.
And also, as things has changed, be open to do things above your job description. Go beyond your job description, because that might happen. You might see yourself doing something plus, to help the company. And you're all good for you because you're gonna get that experience as well.
You know, everything you do as a plus is only learning for you.
Yes.
Right. Don't say, oh, that's not my job. The moment you say that's not my job, then you say, you know what, I'm not willing to learn.
Of course. Of
Okay?
course.
So we have a very short video on the culinary positions that we're looking for. You know, was that you dancing in that video?
Nobody could be.
It could be with a chef hat on and a white jacket.
Yeah,
I think that's a cool video. I like that. By the way, Odie, thanks for doing that. Love that video. And I see from Vietnam's checking in. Hello, Miss Ann Nugent.
Where? I don't
Right here,
see.
yeah, on our chat. She says, hi, guys. Hello from Vietnam. CTI Bali's all over the place. Good for you guys. But go ahead. What were you going to say?
No, I just was. Let me see Ann. A big shout out to Ann.
I see Mr. I'm Otizin. I hope that is correct.
Otizin. This is I think OTC Bali College.
Yeah.
They create this. I don't know if I use terminology or this new language to make themselves like unique. I think everybody who study at OTC, they become Otizin, like
Oh,
Or
an
if you're
OTC.
Brazilian, if you're Brazil,
got
you
it,
become
got it.
Brazilian.
Right, right,
If you're
right, right.
Indonesian, like that. That's nice.
Okay, I like that. I like that. Miss Wawa's out there checking in, saying, I'm Carnival. Nice.
Okay, how would be about CTI? CTI-Zian?
I'm a CTI-ism. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. That's something we'll have to make up and put out there.
Yeah.
Right?
So do we have anything about for Virgin? So what's going on?
We do. Virgin, of course, has two more ships coming. They already have the Scarlet Lady. We have the Resilient Lady. And what's the other one?
The Violent Lady.
The Valiant Lady.
Yeah. So the good thing is like the ship is going to be launched next month.
Right.
And
we have 1,000. But that's why I said earlier when it said 1,500, there's 1,000 positions for Virgin.
And for you guys that is watching us right now, this is sometimes it's not every time it's good to apply, but sometimes is even better. Why? Because you are closer to an open. When it's open, like for example, the new ship is coming next month, they're gonna need people to join and launch that ship.
Right, of course.
Behind the scenes, of course, they are going to transfer some employees who already understand the culture of the company. They're going to arrange and they're going to bring new people to have the ship full of employees. So what that means if you apply today and if you have all your documentation in place, so you can be presented, for example, next week, and then in 2 or 3 weeks you can be joined on board.
And
because you have a huge opening coming for February.
And I know that Apollo has issued many, many job letters to people. And guys, do not wait. And the reason we say do not wait is the embassy has so many slots. There's a lot of cruise line, a lot of recruiting companies that are looking to, get those slots for the crew members. And if you wait and wait and wait, you may not get a slot and that position may be over. So do not wait.
Yeah, opportunities like that, it doesn't come all the time, we have to identify the opportunities and take advantage of those opportunities. When things like this happen, what's the advantage that you as a crew, you as a student, you can take from that? People become more, doesn't mean they become easy, but they are more likely to approve because they need people. Sometimes when my team is totally settled, when my team is doing well, when I have a strong team here, I become tougher whoever wanna join me. Right. But if I grow and I have openings, if I need to fill those opening positions, now doesn't mean that I not continue having my standards higher, but I'm much more likely to hire and then bring people to understand, to listen to you, carefully.
Well, the reason is we're on a deadline, right?
Yes.
The ship has been, the marketing team, they advertise on a certain date, we're going to sail from Miami, right? And they can't say now we can't sail because there's no crew. So there's a huge push, and they're going to be out of Europe, right? The new ships are going to be out of Europe. And I will say this from working on a ship. What happens when they launch a new ship? And Virgin's very unique, right? Because these are 3 brand new ships. Most cruise lines who have 10, 12 ships, when they launch a new ship, they will take crew who are seasoned and understand the environment, right? And move those people to the new ship. About 60 to 80% of those people will move to the new ship. And then they will filter in the new crew members.
Correct.
Right? And they'll filter in the new crew members from existing ships. But when you're like Virgin and you have 3 brand new ships, you have no previous crew to move to the new ship. So what they're doing now with the Scarlet Lady, you'll find that some people from Scarlet Lady will be going to the new ship and they will be backfilling on Scarlet Lady. Right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I when I was like younger, I used to hear a lot of people say, "Oh, you have to be ready and the right place, the right time." And I never kind of rely on that because I always believe that you have to be ready anytime. So this is about you.
That's true.
But sometimes we are so ready and then we attack or we take action on what we wanted and things doesn't happen because life doesn't depend only on you. It depends the environment as well and the opportunity. Couple of things you cannot control, like for example the nature, like COVID just came and then it stopped us for 2 years. No matter how good you were, you couldn't get a job,
right? So
because you couldn't control. But sometimes the environment is very, like, I don't know if you use this word in English, propicio, like very, and that's not the word for English, but sometimes the environment, it's very productive for those people who are ready because the sun is there, it's rainy time to time. You're really good to fertilize and then grow like a very strong tree. But sometimes it's too dry, it's sunny all the time, it's not rainy whatsoever, and you can't, no matter what you do, it's not gonna happen. At this time, after the whole storm, what happened? Now a lot of ships coming,
of course,
all the cruise lines coming, which means opportunities are coming in our directions, and you have to be ready and believe. No matter what you have done 2 years ago or 3 years ago and it didn't work, now is more likely to work. It's going to happen.
This is what a pandemic teaches us, right? First of all, it takes everything from you. It takes your job, it takes your livelihood. There's a lot of sorrow and this and that. But for anything to work, you go through a tough time, and you learn how valuable your job really is. You learn how those people around you are close. It makes you stop and realize what's in front of us, right? And now, as we see, the opportunities coming back. And as the opportunity comes back, you need to make it quickly. Jump on that opportunity, right? For that sorrow that you've had for the last year, saying, you know what, that's behind me. I need to get back to work.
Yeah, no, that's I was reading a book. I forgot exactly the name because in 1 week I read 3 different books. I think it's The Art of War or The 48 Laws of Power. One of those books was mentioned exactly about this. Sometimes people get so frustrated because they prepare themselves extremely well, but the environment, it's not ready for them yet.
Not ready for them, right.
Like same when you were a baby, no matter how much you try, how much good, you're not able to take your life on. You have to be living with your parents. You have to, it's going to have a time that is very likely for you to succeed.
Right.
And you have to wait that time. And for us and what you're talking here, this is the time. If you apply now for Virgin and you have the qualifications and you have all the documentation in place, next month you're going to be on board. That's for sure.
That's for sure.
That's
Absolutely.
for sure.
Absolutely.
And this doesn't happen all the time.
Right.
Right.
Tell me, what does it take to be a Virgin crew member?
A Virgin crew member, that's very curious because we spoke about Regent 7 Seas and Oceania, how classic they are, knowledge-wise and understanding the culture, working with people in a certain level, wealthy people worldwide. But at the same time, you have to be able to have that shift personality and have that experience, but at the same time be a person who, I can see a spot here, I can add value to this gentleman here. Oh no, he's really sad, let me just do my job, but if I see opportunity, let me raise him up, let me make his days special than other days. Virgin people, they get out of the protocols like, you have to say this thing to the seller, you have to say good morning. No, you can say good morning, but you can say good morning in your way, and that way it's a way that Virgin believes and trusts you, that you have all what it takes to make that guest feel special. So you have that sensibility to go or hold yourself versus sometimes you walk to a restaurant, no matter what you say, the waitress is going to say, okay, absolutely. Okay, that exactly.
Yeah, it's right.
So,
pre-programmed.
Pre-programmed.
You don't want that, right?
So a person who work with Virgin, he become a thinker. You a person who understands each person. So, okay, tell me about you. I come from Ohio. Oh, Ohio. That person literally creates something from scratch with you, and you guys have a good conversation versus always bring the same subject, always trying to sell the same thing. So working at Virgin also give you the opportunity to grow because most of your time you're in a thinking mode.
But you need to take time to get to learn, and most cruise lines call them passengers or guests. Virgin calls them sailors. So a passenger is a sailor.
Right.
And it's important to keep your mind, keep your eyes open, and pick up little clues that come from the sailor, right? So you can interact with them.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's never going to be the same every week. One thing I like about Virgin as well, and they've done a lot of training with their people, right? It's Sir Richard Branson, of course, is the owner, and he comes from the UK. And the UK use a word called cheeky. Right. Now, we don't use this in America, and I don't think they use it much in Asia, but the word cheeky means kind of a playful, kind of a sexiness, but not risque, not right. And that's very British. Right, it's like a warm feeling, right? It's not
very
sexual.
And at the same time, it's a very teeny line. So you have to be very careful. At the same time, you have to have that sensibility to understand once you act, who you act with. Because I might say something to you, and I say, "Good morning, gorgeous," and then you feel good, you feel great. But if I say to that man, he's gonna get angry. So I have to have that feeling who I can say that.
But you learn when you get on board, right? And there's a lot of
and
training
usually they know because I know that Virgin they have this schedule as you have, like, let's say a 4-day cruise. So you know the first day you become close to everybody, you're trying to understand their personality, so you can fit your personality in. And then the second day, you see if the person talk to you, you talk more. So you kind of understand people. And then on the third day, you will like become like their family, you know, like you're just close to them. They start to, hey, Robert, they start to call you by the name because you guys already seeing each other for 3 days in a row.
Right.
So it's only working on board. People are going to like experience those things, but it's really good. It's not only experience itself in terms of knowledge and techniques, cooking, cleaning, doing something, but it's also be able to read people, understand people, and add value to people on a personality wise.
You know, we're going to bring to our show a little bit later, and we've been talking to her, and yes, we will get back to her. I'm so sorry we've been busy, but there's a Virgin crew member she has her own YouTube, and she's doing really, really well with it. And we're going to bring her live and be able to talk to her about what's life on board. You know, we went on board and we met her there, and a beautiful, beautiful lady, and just a sweetheart girl.
I saw a couple of videos. She's explaining about.
She's good, isn't she? She's very good.
Life on board, because we know that it's ups and downs. It's not always every day you're gonna be like great. You know, every day time to time you might miss your family. You know,
right.
So it's good to hear from someone who is working there, so you can kind of prepare yourself, you know. Of course, when you put the pros and cons, of course you're gonna have more pros, but it's good to hear from someone. That's the reason why we changed the environment, and we're trying to put this way more podcast, so we can have a guest here.
Right.
You know,
Let's go to the Virgin video. If you want to be Virgin, this is what you have to be.
Okay, then.
Virgin Voyages on the move, I'm telling you. And we'd like to thank our friend in Brazil, Mr. Henrique, for putting that video together. Amazing work. Right?
Amazing. That video is beautiful. Every time you watch, it looks like a just brand new video.
It does.
It was just released the other day.
And the person who has a YouTube channel, her name is Lucy, and we're going to try to get her here. She's a crew member on board. She's worked there from the beginning. And what I like about her YouTube channel is she tells it like it is. Right? How you do your laundry, how you go ashore, what the quarantine's like. Amazing, amazing lady. So we'll get her on the show.
Yeah, the good things about YouTube today is because every human being, they got a voice, right? And you're able to speak the way that you believe. You don't have to follow anybody's format. You don't have to, even if you fit yourself in a certain culture working, but behind the scenes, you can open your camera and say, hey guys, that's my experience. That's what you don't, like before, people used to go to TV and they only have like 1 minute to talk, and they say, oh, you don't use this word, don't talk about this. Today's all that shit is gone,
It's gone.
You can go to YouTube.
All of that stuff is gone.
Well, we can say that. That's how. That's why YouTube is about.
We have children out there.
Yeah, but anyhow.
Anyway, but one more thing, right? For those who wish to apply, how do they do it?
They go to the website cti-usa.com.
And why should they subscribe?
Because it's free.
Because also it helps our YouTube ratings, right? It's real important that you give the thumbs up, that you give us the like. We need all that stuff. So guys, please, if you're enjoying the content, it's real important that we get your support, right?
Okay, now we are taking a moment here, guys, to show you guys about OTC, right? So we've been working with OTC for, I don't know, more than 3 years already, right? Because when I started to talk about it was already 2. So now more than 3 years working with OTC, preparing thousands of students, and every 6 months OTC has a graduation with schools or students, right? And this is the latest graduation.
I really like this. And if you look at traditional, this is a great thing about Bali, right? Is they have a traditional uniform and they bring it into their culture. And if you look at all the students, they all have an OTC mask. They're all
it's beautiful,
standing there in attention. And of course, in the center here, you have the traditional Balinese costumes. And I love it. I love it. I love, I think sometimes what we lose in America is discipline. Right.
Yeah.
When people can go to school and wear anything they want to do and just kind of say anything they want to say and listen to their radios and this and that, there's too much freedom. Right.
Correct.
And when you have people like this, they're very disciplined. And I've been to their school. Right. They work together. They play together. They have a lot of fun. So and of course, in the meantime, you're learning a lot.
Of course. And you can see lots of students. I do believe that they are doing a great job, because we keep, even here in our chats, we see a lot of people from OTC, which means they are happy.
Yes.
They are happy learning there. And we know they send people to Dubai, to Maldives, they send people to other countries to get experience. So when they come back, they're going to be quite ready to work on board. Because everything is about experience. We know when you go to a hospitality school, in OTC, Bali is a college, is a hospitality school, they learn the basic about everything, but the real job is going to give them now it makes sense, everything that I was learning there. Right. Now I can explain, I speak English with a person who doesn't speak Bahasa or my own language whatsoever, and give to them a good preparation, so when they come back, be able to place to Carnival, even to Virgin, because we have some people that came from Virgin, we have some people that came from OTC and went straight to Virgin, which means if you guys believe like, oh my God, I have to wait this much years so I can work for Virgin. No, if you have 21 years old, because that is the minimum, and you have enough experience, right, mostly abroad, so you can definitely apply. English communication is number one, but applying and be a person who, let's put it this way, you are empty at the same time you're hungry. A company like Virgin, they're willing to invest time on you because you might be a huge potential, but already have some experience. Like, you're not empty,
right?
But you are brand new. You don't have any vice. You don't have anything. Oh, I used to do this or this company. No, you're new. Like, you're gonna die for this company. So there are some spots in each company as well. They always reserve for those type of people, like talent people. They see that it's very young, very capable, and they kind of separate us out. This guy, they can come. Initially, I don't know if you remember, but initially, Virgin was even talking about hire people with 18 years old.
Initially, yeah.
Because they was visualizing that, like, let me prepare my team from scratch, so they don't come with any bad from previous company, because we always get something from where we have been, right?
Right. And I would like to say also, to Leo out there and Wawas and the whole team, congratulations for where they've come in the last 3 years.
Look how many students.
I mean, wow, look at that. Look at that.
How many students and parents.
If you look at the graduation itself, right, this is held in Nusa Dua, and Nusa Dua is one of the premier locations in Bali, and this is a huge auditorium. I mean, it's a 5-star hotel where they rent out the ballroom. And you can just look at, everybody well-dressed, well-mannered. Everybody sits there with their hands crossed in front. It's just it's almost like military, but I can also appreciate the respect.
The organization, right?
Yes,
so
yes.
Everything, it's nice. So congratulations to Leo, to Wawas, they are doing amazing jobs. And of course, the whole team.
So I challenge everybody, and I see there's a lot of people here now, because I think, did they know we were going to talk about them today?
Oh, they
Maybe
know.
some of them, yeah. So if you're from OTC and everybody else as well, but especially from OTC, today go subscribe. It's free and give us a thumbs up. We want to see
Yes,
that. Right?
yes,
We're at
yes.
7,500. We're looking to go to 8,000.
Oh, it's 7,500 already?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
let's keep moving. It's beautiful.
All right. All right. Now let's go to one of our major clients, one that we've been with for 30 years is Carnival Cruise Line. Oh, you have more to there? Did I miss something?
No, I have Carnival Cruise Line right here.
Yeah, there's Carnival, the brand new Mardi Gras, and the new Celebration coming out soon, and one or two after that.
Which one?
I was reading Cruise Industry News, right? And Cruise Industry News has this projections of ships coming. There was going to be a couple more ships for AIDA, but I think they're moving them to the Carnival brand. So they haven't named them yet, but they're coming down the road. So everybody out there who wants to work for Carnival, everybody who is Carnival, we always see that in the chats. Guys, get ready, right? I can't say enough, get ready. And that means have your documentation. And I know it's been tough for people to get some of the documents ready because, you know, as we go forward, I mean, they haven't made money. Now they got to spend money to get their documents ready.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah, life is about opportunities, and we always talking about Carnival, you know, and how much gates. I'm talking about gates because Carnival is huge. I'm not gonna say doors. Carnival open gates to people,
Right.
And but the main requirement right now, it's communication. Before you used to say English,
Right.
But now let's talk about communication. You know, I know that people they literally know the job, you know, they've been working 1, 2, 3 years. But if you don't know how to explain, how to engage, how to talk in a long conversation, you might not get the job. And I think we spoke about this before because after the COVID, things got harder, you know. It's not going to be the same. It's not going to be like, I'm not saying that before was easier, but this new generation, they have a better communication than people from before.
Right.
You know, and also, understanding that things has improved. People use technology to evaluate people, to assess people, and understand if the person really meets the requirement. Before, we used to do face-to-face, and our brain does not have a strong data to recognize in few seconds or a minute decide are you going or you're not going. But now if I can record it talking to you, I can go back home and say, when Mr. Church is talking to me, he's not looking at my eyes. Actually, when I ask him a couple of things, I can see him scratching his head. So now I have sources and tools to evaluate my decision. And before you could be approved. Maybe now, if you don't pay attention in your communication, how well you deliver, how passionate are you really about, versus come with a pre-answer in your mind, you might not get the job.
Well, you know what I say again, with let's say the people who have worked on ships before, right? And then the younger generation. Younger generation is very used to doing selfies and here's a little video. So they're very used to that camera, right? They're very used to that phone. Where, let's say if you've been on a ship for a long time, yeah, you may text your husband, your wife, whatever, your friend, or you may talk a little bit of FaceTime, right? But now the technology is there where the cruise line looks at everything you do when you do a video resume, right? And we have Go Video at CTI on our website.
We do
But
have.
when you do that video, and I've watched many of the videos, and I see people walking down the street doing a video, and it's like, okay, this is me, this is what I do. Folks, please don't do that. Go to a place where it's nice and quiet. And quiet, I mean, there's not dogs and chickens and everything in the background, right? Because this is representing you. And the person who looks at you, if you don't take time to prepare, and I don't mean, write down the answers and read the answers and this and that. Don't do that. Act natural, but still get into a quiet place where the background is nice and presentable, because that's what the cruise line's looking at the moment. And that's what we look at CTI. Right? And I've seen people do it from a kitchen, right? So he's going to do it while he's on his kitchen break, and you've got all this noise in the background. So that doesn't work, right? You're a professional person. You've taken many years to study the skill that you have. Take a few moments, actually take a little more time, and prepare yourself.
And knowing that we have all this technology going on right now, it's not only one person who is going to decide if you are going to get approved or not. Maybe it's a 2 or 3 or 4. Each one is going to check one of your skills. So I went 3 weeks ago to the immigration to have my citizenship interview. So it's very this is not new, but this is what's going on with us right now. They have a camera pointing in my face, and of course a microphone as well. As the office from the immigration was asking me question about the United States, and I do have to answer those questions properly, everything was recorded. What happened is, in the end, he needs to pick up my application and move forward to somebody else. Let's say if that gentleman was someone from my family and I didn't pass, like I didn't do well on the question. Even if he wanted to say, okay, I'm gonna sign here, I'm gonna move you forward, he have to justify based on the what is recorded.
Right.
He couldn't justify.
Absolutely.
So, and today that's what happened right now, because we have one-way interview. Whoever is screening you and moving you forward to the next section of the final interviews, like assessment or recruiter call, whatever, that person who approves you, they have to justify why you brought this guy forward, why you bringing this lady
it's
forward.
all being recorded, right?
Don't you see that they can barely speak?
Right.
Don't you see? So before, no, I could say, you know what? I know that you're struggling, but I have a feeling that you're gonna make. Okay, let me approve you.
All right.
Now it's not gonna happen. At the same time, it became easier because you can do from home. It became tougher because
Yeah, but here's the issue. Here's the issue on that, right? They have made it in people's mind think, oh, you can do it from home, you can do it from anywhere, right? I believe that's the wrong way.
the wrong way.
Because there are so many people who are not passing the interview because they take it lightly.
Yeah.
Again,
They're
walking
not
down the
taken
street, okay,
seriously.
this is what I want to do, and quack, 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 and the next thing you know, the interviewer who's probably sitting in another country is like, okay, move. I've got 1,000 people. So you have to captivate whoever's behind that camera looking at your video. That's why it's so important, guys, ladies and gentlemen, right? Make sure that you get the video done in the right place. If you need to go to the office, they can help you.
And actually, I would prefer to go to the office. You know,
I would.
have
I
someone
would as
help
well,
me out.
right?
Always ask someone who have experience. And why we are saying that? Because there are a couple things that you can do in order to help you to
Prepare yourself.
Stand out in front of others. For
Right.
example, if you dress professionally, is better than you don't dress professionally. For women's, if you make up yourself, use a nice makeup, make yourself look good, is good for you. Once you in front of the camera, you have a good light on your face, you have a good microphone. Those things help you, because even if you get a little shy because your microphone is good, we can hear your voice.
But here's what you have to remember, guys. There are literally thousands upon thousands of people interviewing from all around the world. Right? It used to be when they came to Asia to interview, they would get into a big ballroom and they would sit there one-on-one and talk to you. Right? There you have a chance to express yourself, and they can look at your smile and they can see who you are, and they will know, the human will know that, okay, this person will make it. I'm going to give them a chance. Unfortunately, with just the video, whatever you show them is all they see.
Yeah.
Right. So again, it's preparation. Make sure you have a good place to do your video, right? And study the job description.
That's
right?
what I've been telling him.
Because when, in our Go video, we ask you 4 or 5 questions. And first of all, we're going to know, what do you know about the cruise line? Well, I know it's a ship and I know this and that. Where you could say, you know what? I'm applying for Carnival Cruise Line. And I know Carnival has 21 ships, and the new ship, the Mardi Gras, just came out. Oh my God, I would love to work there. How do I relate to the cruise line? This. But don't copy my words, right? Because it has to be spontaneous.
And it's so crazy, because at the same time, I can go to the interview, have the same question, I say, I don't really know how many ships Carnival do have right now, because after COVID, all this change. I know that some ships was, removed from the fleet, but I know that Carnival is the world's popular cruise line, and I'm very interested to work with Carnival.
But you know what? I will tell you this, just for me personally, if I heard you say that, I would say you didn't take time to go on the internet, because if I go on the internet,
but I have been to the internet and have 2 different numbers.
Right.
Even for example, Royal Caribbean as well. You go there to the internet. One website say to you that they have 17 ships. Another website said they have 20 ships. But once you say that, you're giving some information. You are being honest, right? For example, if I say, I don't exactly know how many ships do they have right now. I know that previously used to be 26. But during COVID, some ships was removed from the fleet.
You know what I find I do now? I go to Google and I say, Google, how many ships does Royal Caribbean have now? Right?
Yeah,
because Google's very good at this.
That's
right?
what I'm saying. I already went to go, have a one side of Google was giving me one number, the other one was giving.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying here, it doesn't, of course, exists one correct answer, but doesn't mean that just because you say, okay, Carnival has 21 ships and that's your answer. Okay, you're right. But the other person who say, oh, I don't know exactly, and his answer was completed, he was watching from the higher management point of view,
right,
way better than you. Because he could dive into the question, he could explain better. He could say, oh, I know that Carnival have some ships removed from the fleet, but I know Carnival is the most popular cruise line. So you didn't give them the exactly number, but you spoke with them. You say something.
Okay, guys, for those out there who are applying, please listen up, right? Please listen up to what we're saying, right? Make sure you investigate the cruise line you're working for to the best of your knowledge. Make sure that you read the resume. So you, when you talk about what they're looking for, if it relates to you, you bring it up to them.
Yeah. Right? But if you don't, like, understand one thing, if you don't have to know 100%, of course, once you go apply for a job, you have to search about the company that you're working for.
Right.
But let's say someone say, hey, how many ships do I have? Of course, they're not going to waste one question with something so simple. They might ask you, tell me about the cruise line overall, and then you can put those information as well. But let's say if they do say that and you don't know the number, just be honest and say, listen, I don't know, but I know this. Just don't say I don't. If you say I don't know, your answers is way wrong.
That's it. But so let's get to the positions Carnival needs. What positions?
Carnival need number one right now, we are dying for, it's decking engine, right? Okay. After all this that we pass, we have a lot of decking engines joining the ship daily, mostly now in January we have Deck Ninja doing daily. What you have to do, go to our website. We have a Deck Ninja department section. You can do your Go video there. Once you do the Go video, guys, make sure you upload your resume. I saw some guys, they don't have the resume and they put a picture. Resume is mandatory.
Absolutely.
If you don't have a resume, wait a little bit, get your resume, then you go to the website. The job is not going to disappear.
Especially if you're deck and engine. You've got to have certificates to work in the deck and engine department, right?
And the good thing about the Go video is because you can upload as many photos as you have. If you have your certificates, you can upload them together into the Go video. Because if I'm screening you and then I see you apply for as an able body, I know that you need the COP4 and COP5, and I already see those documentation here. For me, it's gonna be easy to say, hey, go to one interview with my recruiters because I already know you possess the documentation.
And it's also important to, as you apply, to upload them in that section as well, because that comes to a sheet where we can see everything. And of course, like you say, good for the Go video as well, but also as you apply, it says attach all your certificates, right?
Everywhere, every time you apply, or every time you fill out a form, you put the information there. And guys, understand, as a seaman, you have to have all your documentation on a file, and your phone and your email easy for you. If someone asks you, send to them right away, because this is key for you.
This is your opportunity.
This is your opportunity.
You get only, I would say, 30 seconds at the most when you go to, let's say Carnival goes higher on the view or higher view on demand. You've got 30 seconds to impress the person who's watching your video, because if not, they've got thousands of people. Next.
Of course.
And you've worked all your life in a position that you know the person, or your position extremely well. Make sure you present yourself well.
And and this is something that happens here with us. It does happen here with us.
Excuse me.
We do have thousands of people applying as well. And because I have to fill numbers weekly, monthly, if I start to go through a couple of interviews, and on the first question where you have to present yourself, I see a person is struggling, I just ask, okay, let me see which position they apply for. If it's not a position that I'm really looking for right now, I reject. I don't go through all the questions. And then you might say, oh, Eduardo, are you guys doing that? Because this is interview. Someone they might not want to continue with you. If you cannot impress them on your first answer, I'm not gonna waste my time going to the other ones.
But what they have to remember, right? They're also in competition with other others, countries. Yeah.
Right? And I cannot use that time for a person who is already starting bad. Right. And I say, I need a cook. Okay, let me watch one more. Maybe I can give you one more question. And then on the second question, if it's you, I deny. And we usually have 10 questions. So for someone to go through your 10 questions, so you have to be good. And usually you show your best answer in the beginning.
Okay, let's go back to the positions we need.
Okay.
Right, we're going to move on here. It's already an hour.
We are
already.
talking about decking engine, which
Right.
we need the most. But on top of that, we still looking for culinary, housekeeping, bar, like
Right.
food and beverage, which is a waiter, waitress, and so on. And you guys can apply to our website as well. As we are mentioned here, communication. Is not I speak English. I do know you speak English, but I need you to communicate.
Absolutely.
Because through the Carnival final interviews, we have now 4 steps.
Okay.
Removing the CTI one. Like after you get approved with CTI, you guys going to go to the 4 steps. You have one higher view on demand, which is another one-way video interview. Then you have another higher view, which is assessment. They're going to assess your skills and then check your capabilities. The third one is going to be a recruiter call. Recruiter is going to talk to you face-to-face like a Skype. And the fourth one, a food and beverage manager or the culinary manager, a person who runs the department, they're going to see you and say, okay, I want this guy, I don't want this guy, I want this guy.
So what
because
you're
when you
saying-
get to the end,
Right.
it's going to be only the good of the good of the good.
Right.
So you have to pass through all those steps.
So
right
the big
now.
difference now is when they used to come before pre-COVID, you would go sit in a room with 300 people and you would approve right there,
Mm-hmm.
right? Now you have to go through multiple approval processes,
Mm-hmm.
right? They're going to test your English, they're going to test your skills, they're going to test many things from you. It's not as easy as it was before by Eduardo, okay, yeah, I think you're not, okay, go next, and here's your employment letter. It's not that way anymore. It's tougher.
Yeah, the first video is to check you overall about your experience, how you explain yourself, how you explain. Okay, if you look interesting, the second one, I'm going to assess your skills. If you are culinary, the question is always towards what you do. If
Right.
you're housekeeping, same thing. And then the third one is going to be the recruiter call. A recruiter call is going to talk to you and is going to see, okay, this guy's good. If that is okay, then they move to the main person that is going to lead you on board, and that person is going to say, okay, good.
Okay, let's go to our video and look at some of the positions we're quickly looking for Carnival.
Mm-hmm.
right, there you have Carnival USA. As we know, Carnival is a big corporation. Now we have a few positions, and we're going to run through these as well, but very quickly. We have Carnival UK. And Carnival UK represents two major cruise lines, actually three. If we look at Cunard, we look at P&O, and we look at Seabourn, right? But right now there is a big push, just like with all cruise lines, to work for P&O and Cunard. What's the difference?
The difference between P&O and Cunard? So let's put it this way. Cunard, we spoke about Oceania and Region 7 Seas. They're kind of same level,
Cunard,
you know,
right.
Same level, fine dining and so on. And P&O, it's
Kind of like Carnival and NCL, and kind of a mix there, right? They've got some brand new
you know.
ships coming.
And as the cruise line, they're always trying to when they have a ship, they look the market, you know, which audience I'm looking for. And as you see, like for example, Royal Caribbean, Carnival Cruise Line, they have huge ships with like 4,000, 6,000
But
people.
they're basically an American market, right?
Yeah, but what I'm saying here is like their standards are going to be lower because as you have more people to take care, like 101, it's going to be more difficult. But the standards are lower. If you're talking about Royal Caribbean, like 6,000 people, how many crew members you need to have to literally give a 5-star service to those 6,000 people? It's insane. That's why when you go to cruise line like 5-star cruise line plus, they usually have less passengers, you know, like they have 2,000, like Virgin, they have less passengers. You go to Oceania, 900, 1,000, because you have less passengers. The customer service between the guests and the crew members are very close, like 1-1-1. Maybe you have one crew member for 2 passengers, and you can literally give them a real attention. Once you go to MSC, once you go to Royal Caribbean, they don't have that. Maybe they have one crew member for 3, 4, 5, 10 passengers.
But you know, I have to say this,
average.
Right? I've been to the bigger ships, whether it be Royal Caribbean and Carnival, which is big ships. I don't notice that much difference between the service because they all have high standards. I mean, the whole cruise industry is known for very high standard of service.
Once you compare, for example, we've been to Viking, right? Which is same thing as Cunard, like in terms of level. If you see the service when we are sitting at the couch having that meeting and the waiter came talk to us, it's completely different than when you go to cruise. A lot of people passing by, that noise and all those things.
That's where the clientele is different, right? If I go to Regent, Oceania, somewhere, you know, it's an older clientele. It's a more relaxed. I don't want the fun and the bingo and all that kind of stuff. That's why I'm going to relax, right? I'm going as a sophisticated journey. Right. Where if I go to Royal, if I go to Carnival, right, we're going to have fun, baby. We're going to do the water slides. We're going to do the go-karts.
But that's what I'm saying, because the service tend to be less standard than a 5-star. And what I'm saying that once you go to a cruise line, for example, like Carnival and Royal, and you say, okay, I wanna drink. The drink has to be done faster and quick. Why? Because they have 6,000 people to supply. On the other hand, once you go, when you are in Cunard, when you are Holland America, when you are at Region 7 Seas, you have 900 passengers. That drink is going to be well done. Doesn't mean that the other one is not going to be well done, but that drink is like handmade. You know what I'm saying? They don't care how long it's gonna take because they have 1 or 2 customers at the bar. They don't have the bar packed with a lot of people. Hey, give me my beer, give me my this. The bartender are mostly work only for you as a person. You don't have all the people rushing around. As you say, people want more peace. They want to be quiet, right? So once you order something, people are much more like to spend time to get that done than.
But so in reality, on a bigger ship, right, they're busier. You know, the drinks are in and out, but they still have to give the good customer service.
No, doesn't mean that you're not gonna. But if you pick up 3 different products and then you put one in Royal, one in Oceania, and so on, you're gonna see that the product is way better. You see the way the food is presented when the presentation of the food, the difference between Oceania and Region 7 Seas and when the other cruise lines.
Again, it's catering to a different clientele, right? And we have a quick behind-the-scenes look here, which is great for anybody who wants to be a crew member, a behind-the-scenes look at Cunard. Let's look at that.
Hi, my name is John and I'm Cunard's onboard trainer. Cunard has had a long history of 175 years legacy of legendary, elegant and memorable service. So we're very much known for White Star service. I came to sea because of the travel experiences and also the opportunity to meet a lot of new people on board. When you are with Cunard, we are hired with 53 crew nationalities, and it's actually amazing to talk about many people, to talk about their cultures, to bring in lots of experiences and strengths. That I get to train people and also I get to develop them. There's what we call the White Star Academy, and in 2 weeks time the crew members get to spend their time with me. So I'm talking about the food and beverage, people from housekeeping, people from receptionists. They spend time with me to train and to learn everything about the brand and all the company's service standards. So one thing that happened to me since I came on Cunard is actually I was able to travel the world for 3 times in a row, and that's a very fantastic experience. You don't get to experience that with other cruise line brands because obviously there are so many ships and there are so many itineraries that are being done by the ship. So the good thing about Cunard is that you get to join a very competitive management and team, and it's actually a good opportunity for you to be developed. When I first joined the ship, it was also overwhelming and daunting, and I can understand that because I am from the Philippines, and being away from home is actually a very, very daunting experience. But you have a good crew, you have a good ship's company that will help you to settle into your new role. So you get to interact with a lot of crew members, 50 different nationalities. It's actually a fantastic experience. You get to also see the ports and some ports to visit and some places to visit. I have never joined a company where that gave me an opportunity to visit 40 different countries in 3 years. And it's only in Cunard that you get to experience that. Cunard is the best company.
And we're back to us. So there you have Cunard, right? And Cunard has some great ships. And by the way, I hear they have a new ship coming. Let's move to another company, Holland America. And again, we had another call from Holland America just the other day. We need. Here's 300 positions that we need. As we know that Holland America Line is coming back a little bit slower than the other cruise lines, right? They've got the brand new Rotterdam, but now the need for people is great. And we just sent Holland America. This is a very specialty position, which is new for CTI, is the medical department, right? We send some doctors and some nurses. So, by the way, if you're out there, doctors and nurses, we need you. Go ahead and apply to our site. They have and I believe it's still going on, a $4,000 sign bonus.
Wow.
Yes.
My mom told me that I'm a doctor.
Are you a doctor?
Yeah.
Then maybe you can get the signing bonus and then
of course.
go on vacation. All right. Yeah, but for Holland America Line, definitely culinary, doctors and nurses, restaurant staff, just about, again, across the whole.
Yeah, actually, all the as we keep mentioning, all the cruise line, they're looking for all positions right now.
Amazing, amazing, yeah.
And certain cruise line, the difference is about deck and engine, which is Carnival, and Carnival UK is looking for.
Right.
But across that, all the cruise line, all position, culinary, food and beverage, housekeeping. So apply, read the job description and apply.
All right, we're going to run through these positions real quick. So this is Holland America staff.
Minimum 2 years experience as chef de partie on board a cruise ship, or 4 or 5 stars hotel or resort. Possess advanced knife handling skills. Extensive knowledge of food handling procedures with regard to public health standard. Excellent understanding of food specifications. Knowledge of vessel sanitation program regulations and procedures. Have all certificates as required by the STCW code for this position. Ability to read, interpret, and demonstrate the preparation of recipes. basic knowledge of HSCCP rules and regulations, strong written and verbal skills.
Apply today at www.cti-usa.com.
All right, there you have Holland America Line, a company dear to my heart because I used to work there for 12 years. But anyway, I've said that before, and you guys have probably heard that. They have beautiful ships.
Guys already know
They've lost some of their ships, unfortunately, but I believe 4. But they just had the new Rotterdam come online. All right, let's end up this show. What is the most important call we had this week? And that came from just about every cruise line saying, I need people. I need people. So every call was important. So the last couple things we're going to look at here is a hotel controller. We need one. I believe that's for Regency. Or Apollo, the Apollo Group,
yes.
right? And, of course, the hotel utilities. Lots and lots of positions for those. So, guys out there,
please apply.
Please, please, please apply. Go to our website. Give us a like on the video because that's important. We'll be running this again on YouTube. Right now we're on Facebook. But if you want to be the first to know...
now we're on YouTube.
Oh, sorry. I got it backwards. If you want to be the first to know, come to Facebook, right? Because
Facebook?
No, YouTube. Sorry.
My goodness.
Oh, it's just been a tough morning.
Facebook. Say Facebook.
No, YouTube. Come to YouTube first because that's where you find. And then we put it on YouTube a little bit later.
YouTube
We put it on
bit.
Facebook. Whatever. I'm sure you guys are getting it.
Guys, forget about him. This
Just join us.
This
Just
toy
join
is
us.
not from his generation. So
That's it.
Yeah, we have to understand that.
My TV at home is still black and white.
This
Did you know
live
that?
right now is what? Facebook or YouTube? Facebook.
No, this
or
is YouTube. We're
Facebook,
live on
Rob.
YouTube.
Facebook, Robert.
No, we're not live on Facebook today.
Yes, it is.
We are not.
This is Facebook.
This is YouTube. Harold will tell us.
See, I drove him crazy.
See? Yeah, you make me crazy. Anyway, for everybody out there on Facebook,
Okay,
on
guys,
YouTube.
big shout out to everybody. So thank you to have you guys here. Next week we're gonna doing this again, and going forward we're gonna
lot
tell
more
you guys.
subjects. Yep.
We're gonna open a WhatsApp where you guys can join WhatsApp. We're gonna give you guys the number,
And they can actually call in.
No, through the WhatsApp you can send your picture. I'm gonna give
okay.
We're gonna put the number on the screen, and then you guys can send your picture, and through the show we can put your picture right here.
There you go.
Okay, guys.
Have a great weekend. Thank you for joining us. 2 more videos here of the positions that are of immediate need. Be blessed. God bless you all. Take care of your children. Give someone a hug. Bye.
For more information and how to apply, please visit our website at www.cti-usa.com.
The utility hotel position cleans public bathrooms, elevators and offices and assigned crew area, polishes brass and other metals, cleans carpets, upholstery, floors, walls, ceilings, draperies, windows, and room accessories to remove effects of water and other damages such as dirt, soot, stains, mildew, and excess water and moisture. Sprays or fogs carpets, upholstery, and accessories with fabric conditioners and protectors, deodorizers, and disinfectants. Dust furniture, washes walls, ceiling, and woodwork, washes windows and door panels, empties waste baskets and cleans ashtrays, transports trash and waste to the disposal area, picks up used glasses, china, cutlery, etc. When left in public areas by guests, brings the utensils to designated area for cleaning and washing. Notifies management concerning need for repairs or corrections to lighting, heating, and ventilating equipment. Properly handling and maintenance of all equipment necessary for his or her working tasks. Maintains a safe and sanitary environment for guests and fellow employees. Knowledgeably answers questions about ship schedules, travel routes, and ship services when asked by guests during the course of performing his duties in public areas, displaying courtesy every time he or she is in contact with a guest. Must assist with the handing of guests' luggage on embarkation and disembarkation days. Ensures personal appearance, personal hygiene, and uniforms appearance is at all times in accordance with company policy.